there folks, welcome back to Rule of Thumb and welcome to Jarred Up January. If you are just joining me for the first video, there's already been a couple out. I'm going to link everything below. Jarred Up January is a collaboration amongst 11 YouTubers that are all amazing people, amazing canners, and they're going to bring amazing videos to you. So, hopefully this is not the first one you're seeing, but if it is, you got a couple to catch up on. So, what I am going to make for you today and show you how to make is Mongolian beef. This is mine and Josh's probably one of our favorite things to have when we order Chinese food or if we go out to eat. It's definitely something we order on a regular basis. This recipe is based on one I found online that was a copycat recipe of P.F. Chang's Mongolian beef. I'm going to, of course, alter it a little because that's what I do. And the idea is I'm going to can these in pint jars so that if we know we want to have it, once or twice in the week for lunch, I can make up some rice ahead of time and we can take a little container of rice and a Mongolian beef with us, warm it up at work, and we can have Chinese food whenever we want. So, that's the idea behind this. I'm going to get all the ingredients together, show you what we're working with, and tell you where we go from there. Welcome back. So, these are the ingredients that I am going to be working with. The first thing is the beef. So, I have Black Angus beef for carne piccata. I got this at Aldi. You can really use whatever beef you choose to use. If you've had Mongolian beef in a Chinese restaurant, typically it's thin slices of beef. These are thin pieces of beef as well. You could also buy like a ribeye and thinly slice it. You could have your butcher slice it for you, but this is what I'm going to use because I think this will work for me. We love carrots in our Mongolian beef, and I found these on sale. These are cut into chips, carrot chips with the little ridges in them, so I thought those would be good in this. I got brown sugar, a little chili with garlic, just for a little bit of heat, minced ginger, minced garlic, soy sauce, lime juice. I've got garlic powder and onion powder that I'm going to use, and probably a little black pepper. So, first things first, the recipe that I saw called for sauteing the ground beef, and I have decided that I didn't want to introduce any oil into this if I didn't have to. So what my plan is to take these out of the package, season them up with a little garlic and onion powder and some black pepper. I'm not going to use salt because the sauce is going to be salty due to the soy sauce. Even though I do have reduced sodium soy sauce, it's still, you're going to get a good salt content from the sauce. And if I feel I need to add it, I'd rather add it at the end. So the first thing I'm going to do is season this up a little with garlic, onion powder, and black pepper. I'm going to lay it out on sheet trays with parchment paper and bake them in the oven just till they're, they're browned on the outside. And then, while that's happening, I'm going to get the sauce together. Oh, there's my oven heated up. And I will bring you folks back when I'm ready to put the sauce together to show you how I'm going to do it. Okay folks, welcome back. So we're going to get started on the sauce. So to save you the torture, I've already dumped the soy sauce into the pan. So I used the entire jar, which was 17.6 ounces. Now we're going to use equal parts soy sauce, water, and I'm looking at my recipe here. Soy sauce, water, and brown sugar. So I've got just over 2 cups of brown sugar here. And I'm going to do the same for water. Alright, so we've got those 3 things in. We're going to go ahead and kick the heat on here. And then we're going to add some additional ingredients. So this is one of the things that differs for me is I wanted the lime juice in here because I thought the lime juice would be a good hit of acidity, so I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of lime juice. And then also the chili was something that was not in the original recipe, but I just wanted a little bit of heat So I'm going to use a good teaspoon of the chili in there. Then we're going to go on to the ginger. Now the ginger in the original recipe was 1 teaspoon, which I'm doubling this, so it would have been 2 teaspoons. I'm going to go with a heaping tablespoon because y'all know I love ginger. So we're going to do that. And then it was a tablespoon of garlic in the original recipe. So I am going to use at least 2, which I will do. I really should have these packages open ahead of time, right? I mean, seriously. This is just, you know, not my day for packages, apparently. Alright. So I'm going to use at least the 2 tablespoons here. I got 2 of them out just in case. I didn't think that was enough. Alright. So, now what I'm going to do is let this heat up and see how we like the flavor. And then, if we need to make some adjustments, we can come back and do that. So once I get this heated through and everything's blended together, I'll bring you folks back and we'll see where we're at that point. Okay folks, welcome back, and I gotta tell you, the sauce was perfect. No need for adjustment. So I was super happy with that. The only thing I did is the original instructions said to add the pan juices from searing the beef to the sauce. Well, I did the same thing with the pan juices that came on the pan from the oven baked beef. So I did add the pan juices into the sauce, which just enhanced the flavor. So I've got my jar here, got my funnel. We're going to layer this in here a little bit. So we're going to put a few carrots in the bottom of here. Maybe one more. Then we're going to put some of our par cooked beef. Like I said, I didn't try and, you know, cook it well done or anything. I just got it. I'm going to get a different set of tongs for my carrots. There. Alright, so put a couple more carrots here on top. Because I want, you know, I want there to be some veggies too. And then we'll put a little bit more meat in here. And push that down. And then we're going to ladle in some sauce. I mean, I got to tell you, this sauce is money. It might be worth just making the sauce and canning the sauce. Because then I could make Mongolian chicken. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm going to just start with that much sauce. I'm going to start to debubble here first before I go any further, because I may want to add a little bit more beef in there. So that looks like it went down pretty well. I want these to be a good lunch portion. They don't have to be, you know, crammed full, because, you know, it's lunch. You don't want to overdo it. Okay, now stuff the beef on there. Alright, so we want these jars filled to 1 inch of headspace. So I feel like I got everything in there. Now we'll just top this off. And that looks like maybe just a drop more. That is beautiful. I got my paper towel here. Get a little vinegar on this. Wipe the rims. Make sure they're good and clean, especially because, see, you're dealing with fatty beef, so you want to make sure that you got a good clean seal. Grab a lid. grab a ring, and there we go. And that's one jar in the canner. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to fill these jars, and then I'll come back and let you know how many we got out of this batch, and we'll get them in the canner and get it going. Okay folks, so I am back and I am about ready to get my canner closed up here. So I ended up getting 7 pints out of that recipe. Now, the one thing I will say, let me bring this up here for you so you can see. I probably only needed 1 bag of the carrots. Maybe not even a full bag. But, better to have too many than not enough. I'll use those to make dinner. So the only thing I would have changed in the recipe is just 1 small bag of carrots. And really, honestly, you don't have to use carrots. You could use onions. I mean, really, I think carrots are what are going to hold up the best. You could use parsnips, I guess, if you wanted to add a spicier flavor. But you could change that if you wanted. But the carrots is what I decided to go with. So, I have my lid on here. My canner is going to come up to vent. And once I get a steady stream of steam out of my vent here for 10 minutes, I'll put my weight on, and then I will bring this up to 11 pounds of pressure, which is what I need for my area, or for my Presto. And I'm going to can these for 75 minutes because they are meat and they are in pints. And then I will let it come completely down off of pressure, and then I will bring the jars out, and I will bring you folks back so you can see the finished product. Hi there folks, welcome back. So my canner ran for 75 minutes. It came down completely off pressure. I have cracked my lid and let it sit for 5 minutes or so. And now I'm about to take out the jars. So there it is. Put that up close for you. Perfect pints of Mongolian beef. So, I hope you folks enjoyed this video. If you did, please come back and see us soon. And as always, I hope you had a great day.